nation. We respect the treaties made on these territories. We dedicate ourselves to move forward with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration to make Manitoba an inclusive and accessible place for everyone who lives here. Before we move forward with the meeting, I'd like to remind everyone in the gallery refrain from conversations, please, or other behaviors which may disrupt council proceedings. Thank you. Agenda item 4, approval of agenda. That be resolved that agenda for April 8th, 2026 regular meeting of council be approved with the following addition. 11.1, request for approval, music, video filming, and temporary closure of Main Street. Mover, please. There, seconder. Any discussion? We're good? Yep. All in favor? Carried. Confirmation of minutes. Be it hereby resolved that the minutes of the March 25th, 2026 regular meeting be approved as circulated. Mover, please. Doug? Seconder? Fair? All in favor? Carried. Agenda item 7.1, accounts payable approval. Be it hereby resolved, the council approves the accounts payable listing as follows. Checks 25760 to 25777, EFT 26152 to 26173. This approval includes checks, electronic payments, and payroll issued in an amount of $60,940.97 as circulated. Mover, please. Doug? Seconder? Bear? Any discussion, any questions on the checks? Very good. All in favor? Carried. (8.1) bylaw 01-2026 vacant and derelict buildings first reading. Be it resolved that council of the town of Winnipeg Beach hereby give first reading to vacant and derelict buildings bylaw number 01-2026. Mover, please. Fair. Seconder. Doug, thank you. Any discussion? Yeah.
Just because we had addressed this previously, is there an ambition why this is on here, or because it's a pretty lengthy, pretty 26-page bylaw? And I know it's first reading, but
correct.
I just wondered, like, of all the bylaws, I thought that we were going to pick something to look at our fine schedule. And I'm okay with that. I mean, we spent an hour and a half, 2.5 years ago doing this. But I just wanted, because I know it was brought before a resolution brought before the AMM on the cost factor involved. That this might actually involve. So it just seems like a pretty monumental task.
This is a significant bylaw for our community. It has been in the works since 2023. So we are taking steps, as the public has said, as council has given direction, to deal with our vacant and derelict buildings. So this is our first step in getting this legislation enacted. There are some conversations with the AMM regarding enforcement of it. But given that that resolution just was put forward last year, we'll have to wait to see what the province, what other communities do with the AMM motion.
I say it because I brought this issue to the table in 2023, and at that time another municipality in the Interlake was doing it, and they had spent like 6 months going through this, including the town meeting, the town hall meeting on it. It's a pretty detailed bylaw, and as recent as 6 or 7 months ago, I questioned why we weren't doing some of these bylaws.
Mm-hmm.
And now, with a few months before an election, we're going to try and tackle something that's this large, and I just wondered why. That's all.
I'm going to speak to that. This has nothing to do with election. We've been talking about this since the day I've got in here. And I don't know why previous council, this one, and me included on it, why it never went forward a long time ago.
I asked that question 9 months ago. I said, why aren't we dealing with some of these things? And in fact, including to you, I said, we have some that, and in these meetings, I said, we've got time invested into some of these things and we just shelved them. And now all of a sudden, and I'm for it. I was for it 2.5 years ago. I just went, this is a pretty big task.
Mhm. So it's not that we've shelved it by any means, given, like you said, the size of this bylaw, and the sections of legislation that it references. It does take time to go through churn, make sure that we're putting out a document that, fits our community and deals with, the needs that we currently have. Which is
Absolutely.
why we've taken this step now, to proceed with first reading, should council decide to. There are still many steps. We will have to do a public hearing.
I know, but we have,
following
this council has like 4 meetings left.
Mhm.
So, and I guess really, I'm all for it. Hey, I'm not trying to, I'm just saying like, this is a huge task for us to do in 4 meetings. And to get the town involved in it. And my question was, why weren't we doing this 6 months ago?
Why weren't we doing it a year and a half ago?
2.5 years ago. I initiated this thing 2.5 years ago. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's
And
up.
Well, we gotta start somewhere, right?
Right?
And
I
so
know,
if we don't finish it off, next council, so they choose, they can finish it off, at least we have it.
Mhm.
That's my thoughts.
No, but it was a question, why, it seems really ambitious for us to do it now. And we had an opportunity almost a year ago to start some of this stuff. And I questioned why we were doing it, why we weren't doing this a year ago. Like, we had all this time and energy, and again, like, I have the original one from June the 14th, 2023. So, anyways, I digress, so, thanks.
Like I have something to put in there. How many things have we put through that took months to get put through?
But that's not my question, my question is, we could have been doing
I'm
this.
answering that, I'm not arguing.
Okay,
I'm
sorry, I
answering.
thought you were asking me a question.
No. And so here's just, to me, another that we're trying to put forward, which is for the betterment of the community. So. if
Hey, I
it-
hear
if
you,
it
I'm
takes-
on the same page.
Okay.
You know, why I mentioned the resolution, every municipality probably in Manitoba has the same problem. The legal ramifications on trying to tackle something like this is immense. And we're looking for support. The resolution was presented to the AMM, from the AMM to the province, that we're looking for financial support from the province of Manitoba to explore this, to get some of these derelict buildings off our property. And I just wondered why we were doing it now, that's all.
Cause it had to be done sometime, is my thought. Anyway, does anybody else got something else?
No, I just think as long as there's a smooth transition, like, I mean, whatever we do has to be
Yeah.
easily passed on. You know,
And what they choose to do with it is what they choose to do with it, but,
Yeah.
like I said, gotta start somewhere. Any other questions? Excuse me. All in favor? Carried. Should be. Agenda item 9.1, 2024 audited financial statements. Be it hereby resolved, the council approve the consolidated financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2024, as presented by Reed and Miller Chartered Professional Accountants. Mover, please. Third, seconder. There. Thank you. Any discussion on this? All in favor? Carried. Ten point one, road closures, 2026. Be it resolved, the council authorize the following road closures for 2026. June 13th, Block Party, Main Street. July 1st, Canada Day celebrations and market. Main Street, Robinson Avenue from Stitt to Main. July 17th to 19th, Boardwalk Days, Main Street, Robinson Avenue, and Center Avenue from Back Lane to Main. August 9th, Fire Truck Pull, Main Street and Robinson Avenue. August 22nd, Night Market, Main Street. September 19th, Shine, Main Street, Robinson Avenue, and Center Avenue from Back Lane to Main. Mover, please. Barry. Seconder, Doug, thank you. Any discussion on this? Yep.
Do we have road closures for the breast ride for cancer too?
Council has
Yeah,
already.
that's all, we've already approved,
that.
and the one for dad, right? So they're already approved?
The breast cancer pledge ride and the Sadie Grimm ride have partnered up for the same date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, I wasn't sure because they weren't listed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything, Beck?
Nope, I'm good.
All in favor? Carried. 10.2, waiving tipping fees boardwalk days 2026. Whereas the town provides portable toilets during boardwalk days, and whereas waste from these units is disposed of at the municipal lagoon by a contracted septic hauler, be it resolved that council waives tipping fees for the disposal of waste from town-owned portable toilets during the 2026 boardwalk days. Mover, please. Barry, seconder, Doug, thank you. Any discussion on this? Good. All in favor? Carried. Ten point three, food trucks, town events authorization. Whereas council wishes to permit food trucks at the Canada Day, fire truck pull, and show and shine events, therefore be resolved that council declare these events as special events under bylaw 15-2015, part 2, S13, and approve the operation of mobile food vending units during these event hours. And further resolve that the CEO is authorized to issue licenses upon receipt of complete application fees and required documentation, including provincial health approval, and may impose reasonable operational conditions or revoke licenses for non-compliance. Mover, please. Doug, seconder. Very. Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. Agenda item 10, AMM Interlake District Meeting, registration fees. Whereas the town of Winnipeg Beach is hosting the AMM Interlake District Meeting, therefore be it resolved the council waive registration fees for attending municipalities and delegates. Mover, please. Doug, seconder. Barry. Any discussion? Yep.
You go first.
No, I was thinking we should probably go with what AMM recommends. No, I don't think waiving the fees is, AMM recommends $15.25 per attendee, right?
Mhm.
So I think we should probably agree on a number.
The last one we went to, I believe was called Oak Point.
Yeah.
There was no fees.
That was my question. Has anybody ever charged fees?
I don't know why.
And that's the only one I'd been to, but there was
Yeah.
no fees charged, and I
I
sort of
don't-
thought it was.
Because I've never attended one, and I don't know if I've ever seen fees. Anybody charges?
There's no explanation as to why AMM recommends it, but why would they recommend it if it wasn't?
They put that out there to just ensure that the municipality's not, carrying the burden. Like, we are able to charge a fee if we are interested, but we may also waive the fee. I can only speak to last year's district meeting, and the fee was waived for St. Laurent.
And you recommend?
I would recommend we waive the fee. It is nominal, under 1,500. And it just shows good faith to our neighbors.
Yeah. I think it would, entice participation as well. Because some municipalities, to send somebody here at a cost may be. So you'll get a greater participation, waiving fee.
Yeah, when we were at Oak Point, it was packed.
I just didn't want to be the only, everybody go, Winnipeg Beach is the only one that charges money. So,
I mean, even if we charged a base, $15 per attendee, we would recoup costs in whole. Like, we could even reduce it to 10 per attendee.
the projected expense isn't that much for 100 people either.
So,
Where's the lunch coming from, do we know?
the Legion, I believe.
The
Oh,
lunch
is
will be
it?
provided by the venue, yes.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's the only thing large enough to do it,
Yeah.
so.
I got nothing further, you guys.
Nope, I'm good.
All in favor? Carried. Paper seems thicker. 2 sheets thick. Agenda item 10.5, culvert access variance requests. Roll number 30793-000. Whereas the property owner of 613 Pallades Avenue, legally described under the roll number 30793-000, has submitted a request to install a culvert and establish a driveway access from the front street. And whereas the subject property is serviced by a back lane and rendering the application non-compliant with the aforementioned policy. Now therefore be it resolved, the council of the town of Winnipeg Beach hereby denies the request for the installation of a front street culvert and driveway access at 613 Pleiades Avenue. Mover, please. Barry, seconder. Doug. Any discussion? Fair? Good. All in favor? All against? Okay. Carried. Agenda item 10.6, curling club request wind-up dance. Be it hereby resolved, the council approve the use of the community center by the Winnipeg Beach Community Curling Club for its wind-up dinner on April 25th, 2026 at no rental cost. Mover, please. Doug. Seconder. All right, thank you. Any discussion on this one? Yep.
How come they're not doing it in their own building? The current club's, how come they're not doing it at the current club? Wind up dinner and dance.
I believe it's because it's a larger venue.
Okay, and obviously, who's holding the license? We hold the license, or there'll be liquor there, right?
That would be up to the
Yeah,
applicant
that's up to them then.
to pull the
So
license.
they would apply for a special permit.
They also don't have access for everybody to go upstairs.
I never thought of that, thanks.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Carried. Agenda item 11.1, request for approval, music video filming and temporary closure of Main Street. Be it resolved, the council authorized the closing of Main Street on May 16th, 2026, or alternatively, May 23rd, 2026, for the purpose of filming a music video for the Bloodshots from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Further be resolved, the council authorized Public Works to provide barricades as required. Mover, please. Barry. Seconder. All right, thank you. Any discussion on this one? No. All in favor? Carried. 12.5, committee reports approval. Be it resolved, the council accept the committee reports as presented. Mover. Barry. Seconder. Doug. Thank you. All in favor, or any discussion, sorry? All in favor? Carried. Uh, 13.1, roundtable discussions.
No.
So we're putting these both into one, right? Yeah. I got a few things here, starting to write them down. Oh. I've been talking with and working with EIRHA on expansion of our clinic on behalf of our health committee, which Deputy Mayor Cole and myself are on. Still looking good. They're still waiting for their budgets, but they want it to go forward. So here's hoping. Had an EIPD meeting here last week in the chambers, rezoning from residential to commercial property. I have some roundtable stuff. Anybody else have anything? I've talked to and met with citizens of our community over draining concerns and other things. I never used to write any of this down, but now I'm keeping track of it. I have been speaking with investors who want to come to our community and build. The other one was hosting Interlake, so that's it. That's it for me. (13.2) council, don't I have to read this one?
Yep.
We do? Oh, that's the end of it, right, sorry. Agenda item 13.2, council committee and board reports approval. Be it hereby resolved that council approves the council committee and board reports as presented. Mover, please. Doug. Seconder. Barry. All in favor? Carried. 14.1, accept correspondence. Be it hereby resolved that correspondence be accepted as circulated. Mover, please. Mayor. Seconder. Doug, thank you. All in favor? Carried. I'll get to the next one. Oh. Agenda item 15, in camera. Be it hereby resolved the council moves in camera to discuss matters that are in the preliminary stages, and be it further resolved that any matters discussed while in camera will be held confidential until such time. 6:22 p.m. Mover. Aaron. Seconder. Doug. All in favor? Carried.
Right,
That's it, that's all.
thank you all for coming out.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be going in camera now, so it's just a
Which one do you want?
No, take your time.
Surprised you didn't bring lunch. Thank you.
I got it. Don't look at my pen. I got it. It's in my hair. There we go. Well, that's good. Perfect. Well, live's off. Hold on.
TV.
A little premature there, buddy.
Okay, so we are back online. There's gonna be a lag, but we are currently being recorded. And now we're frozen.
We're both smiling.
We're all happy campers.
It's gonna be 7:30 coming up.
Why are you freezing? Jody looks really
You must have
happy.
a nice smile. I just look like a crooked-mouthed old man.
It's not unfreezing.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, well.
But they can hear you.
Doors are open.
They
It's all
can
good.
hear us, okay,
As
well,
we're speaking?
Yes.
they have a nice screen grab, we'll be good.
So just go ahead. Okay, agenda item 16, out of camera, be it hereby resolved that council moves out of camera at
7:28 PM.
and resumes the regular meeting of council. Mover, Barry, Singer, Doug. All in favor? Carried.
And
Good
adjourn.
to adjourn? Okay. Adjournment. Be it hereby resolved the council adjourns the meeting April 8th, 2026 at 7:28. 28. Mover.